The one where Nystaya was in, or? So, let's see, that one. How did I get involved in that?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
good. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. Just need camera works. Give me 1 second. I'm figure out how that fucking piece of shit works today. Oh, my legs. Yeah, I'm fine. Just my camera's bust. My Hangouts is just trash today. I don't know what's up with it. The fight that took place was between my adopted daughter and I think that I'm not quite sure who it was though. That's the problem.
The 6th Street Crusaders?
I think so. There's some real shit started.
They were the ones who actually stole stuff from Clodo.
Wait, no, that can't be right then.
No.
Well, wasn't I? Oh, my bad. Carry on.
in the alley behind the brothel. Mm-hmm. His power is tenuous.
Yeah, it's like a block or two away, something like that.
Guessing from the what? Guessing from the what?
Yeah, you kind of like went out there, like
you were like you're probably guessing from there, and then you stopped, and I was like, did I miss something? Was it me? And no one else is talking. Am I dead? Did I die? Is this heaven?
Yeah, you cut out there, Mike. What were you saying? God, what now? Can I ever catch a break? So I'm in the bar, right? Yeah.
Like what you go see with my sister once, and I'm tired of hearing her scream.
Yeah, I yell, Nystaya, watch the bar, and I like step out front, and like as soon as I step out front, I'm like, what? Wait, who's inside the house? I start like walking down there. What are you talking about? Hold on. Candy, just I'll handle this. Yeah, do you two mind if we talk outside and not in my house? Hey, Candy, don't worry, I got this. I got this. So I like wait for her to go inside and close the door.
Death screams. The death screams.
All right, what is it? What? What? I got a babysitter. I got my own kids. Who? Is this? Please tell me it's a child. Oh Jesus! This person isn't like a cold-blooded murderer, are they? Oh God. Well, even if it is a cold-blooded murderer, my wife may kill me first. I don't even know how the hell I'm going to explain this to her. All right, like, where do I meet this person? All right. Shit. Okay.
Hello. She just took over, so she's like, "Fuck! What the fuck did they drink?" Yeah, she just shouts over, "What did you want?" So it just turns to Nystaya, who has like two pieces of cotton up each nostril from last night, and she just like frowns slightly and says, "Oh, Samrio says that, right?" Yeah. I know we've seen quite a lot of free handout, but what's Samrio's policy on free drinks?
It depends on the person, I guess.
Depends on the person, not this dude. Hmm. What was your name again? Yeah, I think she like ducks down to like grab some honey mead. Chase, has this guy ever been like seen in the bar before? Like, is he a regular? Cool. Yeah. Yeah. She pours out like a shot, and it's not like the honey maid, but it's totally just like the worst, like, but strongest, like, grain alcohol you've ever seen. Like, fantasy levels strong. And she's just like, here you go.
Okay, so, yeah, so there's kind of just gonna like burn all the way down.
Yeah. Like, real fucking painful.
Okay, he's dwarven moonshine. Oh shit. That's like stuff you can dissolve rock with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Takes it and just like, yeah. So I know you. Oh, the fucking whips. This is not going to be particularly hard for you if you wish to dodge it or get hit. Yeah, it's just like he throws it at you.
Cool.
It's a 7 with a D4 effect die, but dude's pissed and been hitting the face because he's. God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, hold on. So, what? Let's dodge this. I have totally forgotten how to roll, but that's fine. I got it.
Yeah, what you can do if you pull up your character sheet on the actual character sheet has got the.
Look at my character keeper.
Oh, and I forgot. You still have stress from last time, don't you?
I do injured.
Okay, actually, yeah. What is that? That will actually add to my pool. What's your injured stress?
D8.
D8. Oh.
God, that's rough.
Yeah, so it'll be actually a 10 with a D6 effect because he whips it straight at your face.
Cool. What value would fighting and stuff be in general? I guess this is authority, maybe, or karma.
Probably. I mean, part of it depends on how you've actually defined that for your character.
The world ain't fair. Authority, fuck the police. Yeah, I think this is authority, absolutely. Cool. D8, then athletic or fast. So which ones am I supposed to roll? So I've got a value and a distinction. Anything else specifically?
So basically, each of those the black things you can kind of go down like a value, a relationship. If you use one of the relationships, you've got a distinction or ability, and also possibly like extra location. Like you could roll the Demon's Ruin in, like you just sort of know well enough while you're here that occasionally someone's going to throw something at you.
Yeah. Could I put in my relationship with Samrio because Samrio is a pretty cool guy and I'm just looking out for him?
Yeah.
Cool. D4. But I think I'm looking out for him. Probably just going to make things worse. And extras and locations can only be used twice per session, right?
Yes, and that's total. So once someone uses it once, it takes all of them down. But those also add directly to it, so it's not just another die that can be added; it's automatically added.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Yes, let's use the Demon's Ruin in 2d4. Should I roll that after or with? And
if you're going to roll the location or the location, I would just roll it after, just so you're positive that's which one it is.
Let's roll that first. Four. So I think did I nail that?
Oh yeah. So you have a 16. Go ahead and take a. Go ahead and take a plot point. Oh, everyone starts with 2 plot points.
Cool.
And I'm going to go ahead and use that D4 to raise up one of the D6s. Yeah, you got it by more than... well, 10 against your 16. By more than 5. If you want, you can basically take him out on this one. Or what do you do in response?
Yeah, I think I like dodge my head, and behind my head is my tail there to catch it. And I just fling it back at his head and knock him out.
Okay. Yeah, since it's by more than 5, like, the effect die won't... I mean, you could put the effect die, or I think increase it by 1. You can also just take him out in this one, which will... And just kind of hits him. And there's this moment where you're not quite sure if he's going to go down. And then he just slowly rocks backwards and onto the ground. And suddenly, like, a bunch of people are getting up. Like a bunch of his friends that he's with. Hey, what the hell? And they stand up and start coming towards him. You're guessing that they're not the bravest of folks. What do you want to do as they're getting up and trying to gather him, and they're yelling at the bar?
Yeah, she leans on the bar and says, "Oh, good, you're here to settle his tip or his tab." And she just like gives them like a demon glare.
There's this sort of moment where you hear a door open from the more adventurous part. The guy kind of looks out and goes, "Hey, it's Nystaya against 4 of them. What are the odds?" No, that they die. You think it'll be cool? they sort of blanch, and then like, oh yeah, how much did it cost?
I was gonna be like say whatever it actually cost, but then like Nystaya probably doesn't know, so she's just gonna say like a random number.
Okay, yeah, they start looking at each other and like going through pockets and going, yeah, it's fine. As 2 of them are sort of picking up the friends. As this is going on, you see one of the guardians walking. There's actually 3 people walking about the same time separately. 2 of them seem to be dressed in like cloaks of the Mystaran Order, and the other one is one of the guardians. The guardians are the sort of highfalutin name for the City Watch. The City Watch were descended essentially from a adventuring / mercenary party back in the day before they actually had sort of formed the city. But they are... They still sometimes hold themselves to this fairly high standard. Now, not all of them, of course. The ones that are more of a pain in the ass. And this one's got that kind of a look. As the guys are like quickly going through their pockets and throwing money on the table. And she just looks at like the guy who's unconscious on the floor and the other ones that are like freaking out around you.
Cool.
And let's cut to Rath. Are you in your office during this?
Yeah, because this is just like normal everyday bar stuff.
Oh, it's a bar fight.
You know, someone threatening someone else, someone getting knocked out.
Must be 8:30.
Usually they don't start till 9, but
Yep.
sometimes they're early.
Yeah, there's a knock at your door. I don't know if you keep the door open or...
I keep it closed.
Okay.
All the riffraff out there. Come in.
Door opens and you see 2 Kaisators gonna walk in there. The part of the Mystaran Order's not quite secret police, but they're not secret police, but they're essentially some of the enforcers.
Not Arius, though?
No, not Arius.
Okay.
These are quite a ways down. Arius is much higher up because you used to be part of the Mystaran Order?
I wasn't actually a member. Probably more like a congregant.
Okay. And also, I mean, clearly known because he used to be
Right.
fairly, and then also Adon's husband. They come in kind of like very respectfully, kind of incline their head a bit, though they're staying kind of well away from you because you still have this, almost like you're this disease, like something took your magic. I think we'd agree that's something that almost never happens.
Right.
Yeah. So it's such a rare thing, and but they're Rath and Dauntless. We've been sent to summon you before the Mystaran High Council. They have questions for you in particular about Adon.
I just look up at them. Like, I'll send my response when I'm ready. You can leave.
And at that moment where they sort of yeah, they do sort of look at each other and they're like, all due respect to someone who used to be a great wizard, but the council themselves does no just if someone wants to buy that, they can buy down one of the dice in the pool. But the council does not wait on ex-mages.
Like, but the council does wait for citizens who I'm like, but the council will wait in this instance. You can leave. And I want to basically tell them to get the hell out.
Okay. Well, with that whole 5 that they managed to bring up to scare you, I don't think you're going to have much of a
In
problem.
this case, I'm using my attention, which I had rewritten before the start of the session, to my experiences, command, respect. And I will use my relationship with Adon, because there's no way I'm going to go talk to these people without getting the lowdown from him. And then I think that's all I'm going to use. Let's see. My dice are not showing for some reason. Because they're on the character sheet. So D10 and 8. And that's only marginally better.
All right, I would say grab yourself a plot point. Okay, so just the 7.
Like, and if yeah,
Okay.
so I guess with a D4 effect, like, unless you have a reason that I must attend now, then you await my leisure.
And they kind of take a moment and look at each other. The High Council's summoning you before them. Oh, good God. So they can we'll let them know. So they started with that sort of head of steam, and then just like, and then just decided they're like, I don't want to get much closer to him because I don't know if I'm going to catch what he's got.
Right.
So there's that moment.
Right. They don't want to grab me because they're afraid I'm contagious.
Yeah, you see them kind of struggle with, like, they felt like they had the thing to go forward, but then I rolled 2 ones. So like, no, and then they sort of retreat and head their way back to probably let the council know, which they will not be thrilled with.
And I'm basically going to, wait for them to leave, and then I'm going to go search out Adon.
Okay, Proprietor Lloyd, you are muted.
Ooh, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
If you were to meet with someone outside of the Demon's Ruin Inn, where would you go to?
Is there like a nice park?
Yes.
I'll probably meet them in a nice park with all the greenery, so they wouldn't feel threatened.
Okay.
Because if you see someone like me in dark alleys, it's usually a bad idea.
Of course, you in park, you've got like flame stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're a demon. It's still a bad idea, but
It's still a bad idea, but at least at parks, at least you're like, you know what? At least the grass will burn first.
Yeah, I was about to ask if like plants wilt in your presence.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? I think that probably could be one of my mini boss problems is that grass wilts in my presence. So there's like a tiny track that I've walked past and the grass is all wilted. And I'm sitting there like wearing like a long coat. I'm trying to feed the pigeons. And the pigeons are fleeing away and some are transforming into horrible beasts. And I'm like, oh, story of my life.
Yeah, they're not allowed to have milk at the end because it curdles around him. Well, it's a strange thing to have Adon actually reach out and want to have a meeting with you.
Adon?
Yes. And he had asked to meet outside of the inn.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's not a horrible trap like it used to be or anything. Can't be that bad.
That's what I want to know is you sort of had mortal enemies. I don't think we discussed exactly why you had been mortal enemies in the past.
No, he's been trying to. We've been like we were basically enemies for as long as I was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to kill each other. You know, like when you have that grudge against that one bad boss,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to take down no matter what, and you're like, come and let me see you try. We're mortal enemies for all of that until we got older. I decided to settle down. He decided to kind of settle down, and in a weird way, our lives have been reconnected again because of it. That's why we've still never gotten along because we still hate each other.
Okay.
But like the people around us it's not like two feuding families just had like the Romeo and Juliet just get married and like, well, I guess we're gonna be friends now. Great.
Yeah. Almost like two boxers who used to like go against and hate each other, and then sometimes have to like they show up at the same place.
Yeah, something like that. This is my end, and the people is my best friend.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an odd thing when he asked to meet. And were you the one that chose this park, or was it him?
He did.
Okay. Yeah, as you come out, you're like little kids, like, well, because we do have like a banshee. We got a couple. I'm assuming demons and such are fairly rare, but I think the way we sort of talk, it almost seems like some of the fantasy races and creed. Like this is not one that's not a city that's just like elves and humans and dwarves, but also has got those other weird things.
Well, we discussed it earlier that there was ever since like there was some kind of like big bad that got his ass whooped. A whole bunch of demons and bad guys were out of jobs, so they were like, "Well, actually, can we just get normal jobs because there's no big evil to lead us?" And now we're starting up this whole like demon evil creatures trying to live like normal lives, like humans trying to survive instead of having to constantly fight each other.
Yeah, I'm seeing the documentary. It's like, you know, being evil paid pretty well, but not a lot of future in it. Turned out.
Kind of got really tired of being killed every 15 minutes, so thought I'd try being an inn manager. Right?
Yeah, it's still unusual enough to see like mutated pigeon problems. It's still unusual to see like someone like you out at a park like this. So when you come out, there's like you see one person like, mommy, is that a don't stare. It's just kind of pull him aside, and Adon is sort of sitting on a bench, like looking out at this fountain. Seems a little distracted.
I'll walk up and I'll sort of like take a slight sigh, and then I'll cross because he's on this side of the fountain. I'm gonna walk around the fountain towards him. As I'm walking past, the fountain will start to steam from the heat I'm giving off, and I'll sort of like come along, and I'll sort of like stop, and I'll fold my hands, and I'll look at him, and I'll sort of be like, "You wanted to see me."
I did. And there's you can see him like fighting down like a lot of years of, and probably a number of times of you guys going head to head down in the dungeon. I need your help. Not for me, but for Rath. As a demon, what is it you know about what has happened to him?
Whoa, stop. Could you say that first part again?
Make a roll on. I'm gonna see how much you like. I want to see if you're bringing up his anger.
I think I definitely do. In this case, I would love to put stress on him for daring to even remotely suggest that we should work together. I think that's great. Let me see what I got.
It's a bad. Like, I just want to hear it on my ear.
One more time, just my ears. Let me see. Adon is D6. This is going to have to be my attention. I think that makes more sense to me in this case. So that's another D6, and I don't think any of my distinctions count because I'm just riling him up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could use the fact that you're a mini boss.
I could, but I don't think it counts in this case. So just 2 dice for 7.
Okay. So yeah, he would roll. I'm gonna have him use you instead of Rath because he's having to deal with you right now, and that makes him a little angrier.
I think that's fair.
Plus, I think it's more fun if this sort of that would have gone away by now.
Correct.
All right. So
Let's just start next.
yeah. So what'll happen here is you've succeeded by more than 5. If you want, what you can do is actually raise up because like you have a D4 effect die since you just rolled the 2 dice. By the way, you also
up to D6.
you asked for rolls like this, and I'm giving them to you apparently during yours. So what would you like to put that D6 stress in for him?
I would like to put it not under angry, but more insecure.
Okay.
Because I feel, I mean, normally it'd be angry, but I feel like him actually asking for help is him breaking boundaries, and it's making me feel uncomfortable, and I like that. I want to be on that spot.
Okay. You just kind of... I need your help with Rath.
Okay. I'm listening.
As a mage, even as being a high priest of Mystra, I will never have the direct connection to magic, to those powers that you, a demon, has naturally. You've been connected to it and in it all your life in a way that I have not been.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
In your experience, or other things you might know, what could take a human's connection for magic away from them?
Would you like the honest answer, or would you like the answer I believe?
He has a moment where he's about to spit back something when you said the honest answer, but then he just kind of goes, I certainly wasn't expecting you to end it that way. Then there's that moment of... I'm guessing the honest answer is you don't know? Or there's nothing?
Magic is weird. Take it from me. There are plenty of things that even now you humans have not been able to discover when it comes to the realms of magic, even those close to Mystra herself. Let me tell you one thing. No god will reveal all their secrets to their minions, lest they feel themselves to be gods. However, when it comes to losing magic, there are plenty of factors. Scarring yourself in the magical realm of the astral kind would do it. Sometimes wearing specific items would do so. Shackles, bound to hold one's magical powers within, would help. Tattoos, possibly with these weird, strange inklings, would also help. But I am pretty certain you already know that Rath has none of those strange tattoos on his body. None that were placed that he doesn't know about anyway.
I would know about them.
You would also know that he doesn't wear any items that restrict his magic in any form whatsoever. Is that right?
Rath, you been a jewelry person?
I mean, sure, he has stuff.
Yeah, but probably nothing magical that you hadn't used before all this happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing that I brought home from that adventure.
yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna start pacing around him, and I'm going to. Out of curiosity, have you actually established what it is that made you use the powers?
The loose definition.
I'm gonna make some shit up in a second, and I don't want to make sure. I mentioned
the loose definition was, I was, trying some, weird, meta magic, like enhancement type thing on some powers, and threw it at some beholder, and the beholder sort of like threw it back, and wiped the party.
Oh, sucks. All right.
At least that's what I think, because they're all gone.
I'll give you that.
They might not actually be dead, but.
Yeah, and the important thing is, I think one of the things that Steve's also interested in is exploring that, so it's not like, episode 3, we have a cure, we can put possible.
Okay, so I'm going to start walking around him and say, that is the honest answer I can give. But the answer, I believe, is a different matter. Would you like to hear it?
Since everything you've told me so far are things I know, yes.
I'll stop over his shoulder and I'll lean down behind him and I'll whisper, what are you willing to do for it?
And he tries to stand because you're also massive. There's this point where he's got to kind of go in and he awkwardly has to sort of get up. And just sort of turns and goes, I have traveled the plains. I have delved deep into things that I'm not supposed to be going. I'm not supposed to go into. I've looked through forbidden tomes of knowledge. I have done everything I can to find out how I can cure Rath, and I have not figured it out. So if there's something you're aware of that's going to go beyond where I've gone, I am ready to go there.
Good. We'll call this one a favor that you owe me for when I need it. Sometimes it helps to have someone who listens to Mistral on your side, especially when you're trying to run an inn. Do you have any idea how annoyingly exhausting that is?
No.
You should try it sometime. Try retiring. Have a break.
Have you considered retiring?
I just started. This is my retirement.
And you're already exhausted.
You try having 2 kids. Oh, sorry. That came out wrong. I shouldn't have brought that up.
He just kind of laughs at that point and he goes, one of the bonuses is we don't have children if we don't want them.
I can't argue there. There are 2 things I believe could have caused your husband to lose his powers. The first one is the simplest and the easiest to explain, and the one that will most likely give you the most amount of ease and work, which would be he's been cursed. Not just any curse. Maybe he found something on that journey he made so long ago. Something that needed to remain hidden. Something that cursed him to ensure that his powers would not come back. For if his powers were to come back, so would the memory of what it is that he's done, or what it is that he will do, or what it is that he's going to do. Such powers are beyond those times of both God and man, from beyond anything that I have known and anything I will know. So that is as much as I can tell you. The other reason is far darker. His powers aren't gone. He's just not able to use them.
So he has the powers, but possibly can't bring himself to use them?
He may not know why, he may not know how, he may not remember how, but his powers are all still there, but something is stopping him. It's what you people call sometimes
Erectile dysfunction?
Like, so I pause and I sort of like break out of the moment. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
He goes,
I was going with trauma. Trauma is what I was going with, Adon. Trauma. Trauma. What does any of this got to do with...
This is normally just like... If he had his powers, he could use them. The sort of... The curse makes more sense than... The amount of things he's been through... I mean... Rath, I'm sure you've lost people before.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the first party wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't use TPK, but he's... Like, dude, we've been through lots of TPKs. First edition, man. Yeah, he knows, because he's seen other groups wiped out.
I'm not talking about groups being wiped out. I'm talking about him doing something or being part of something that he does completely regrets and cannot bring himself to use his powers again. Watching people die is normal stance for people like us. Watching the consequences of our actions cause the deaths of those we hold dear may be another.
Sort of takes a moment.
Of course, this is all just theory. I might be completely wrong and it could just be as simple as a curse.
If it was a curse, the standard ways we have of looking for curses didn't bring anything up. If I were to go back to where this happened, is there something specific I should use to try to find a curse that our normal magics would not have found?
What is the creature he last remembers fighting? When he lost his
Beholder.
powers?
Was what, Beholder?
Yep.
Beholder. I'll lean forward and I will say, give me your hand.
When he reaches out.
And I'll take it. And I'll bring out my hand and it'll have like a the claw part will have like a slight singe, and I'll look at him and go, I will warn you, this will hurt, but it's only temporary. And I'll sort of wait for him to nod.
Yeah, he just kind of gives a nod.
And then I will etch a symbol into his hand. There are plenty of illusions that even man's magic cannot break through. When you arrive at this location, find something that does not look like it belongs and place this symbol upon it. If I am right, and there is some form of demonic curse involved, it will lift the veil and show you what you need to know. I cannot guarantee what you see will help, but it will certainly help you seek out some of the answers you seek.
Okay. He nods, he goes, it takes a look at you and he goes, feels as if you've been honest with me.
Don't you know? Demons don't lie.
Is that a truism?
Yeah.
For a
Yeah,
full-blooded?
demons don't lie.
Yeah.
That's a human.
Okay. Yes. We're honest about being terrible. That's the difference. And he goes, very well. I'm in your debt. And at that moment, like, light starts to sort of appear around him as he's pulling up a portal. And he goes, let's have an investigation to do. And it sort of spins up around, and then it kind of goes away. And there's this, like, awful after smell of, like, holy magic. Oh, just the worst.
Honestly, you
Like lavender and
could have just walked out the park. Why? There's no reason to show off your powers here. I don't even need to be. And I'm just gonna like pull up my cloak and smile inwardly to myself as I leave.
You hear a little kid going, "Mommy, I think that demon made the man disappear." No, honey, don't look. As they sort of head back. Okay, Rath, were you just looking at your stand?
Before we continue,
Yes.
I have a few plot points to gain.
Oh.
Can I gain a plot point for being big-hearted?
Yeah.
Because I bought his sub-story. And do I put anything? No, I don't do anything.
Was that part of your
Yeah, my big-hearted gives me that. And I'm not sure if I acted on my basic instincts there, actually, so I won't get a full point for that. So yeah, that's it. That's everything I got.
Okay.
Right, carry on.
So, are you looking like normal places for where Adon might be?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I would probably like not decide to go to his office. I'd probably send a messenger. But if there's, like his, I assume he actually lives in the temple somewhere.
You're in the temple somewhere.
Yeah. So you you send a messenger, and it might be a little bit of time before they come back. At which point you hear. You'll also hear this if you want to join in the messages coming back. Out in the main room, Samrio, you come in to see one of the guardians sort of like looking across at Nystaya, and she has with her. Well, there's an unconscious man behind her on the floor. We're pretty sure it's Nystaya. There's no blood though. And only a little bit of spilled drink, like a very tiny bit. So that's not terrible.
So, like, I'm standing next to the Guardians.
We've sort of there's one of them there. She like looks over at Nystaya and goes, "What happened here?"
That guy threw his shot glass at me. I was defending myself. She smiles.
Okay, looks at you. There's several people. Yeah. That's sort of what happened. She pulls out a little notebook and flips through it and goes, "We had a couple nights ago. We had reports of disturbance here, a fight taking place. That you, unless there's another half demon that works there. Because do you and your sister look like is she significantly more demonic than you?
I think we're demonic in different ways, because Nystaya is purple. I assume that my sister is the same color as the Proprietor.
Okay.
Like, what color is the Proprietor? Red, like classic demon, or orange, or what?
Lloyd? Oh, you're muted.
Hello, sorry. Yes, I'm orange and red.
Orange and red.
Yes, I still haven't found a good picture for me yet. Sorry.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so like looks different. Like the purple bartender or purple waitress got it. Like she starts rattling off a bunch of other fights that have happened. We talked. Saying it's not unusual for you to.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it's enough for the people upstairs to be placing bets on it, then it's pretty regular. Listen, just fools try to start shit, and she just doesn't put up with it. Yeah, she's just like, she's still got that smile, and she's like, it's just like a big fake smile, and like trying to look innocent, and then like as this person's reading it off, it's just like, that's interesting. That doesn't sound like me. Does that sound like me? She looks at all the other patrons.
Hey, we got Nystaya Guardian! What are the At that point, like she just sort of looks up and then looks back. We've got a number of complaints that have taken place here over the last. Lloyd, how long have you been in charge?
It's been a year.
Yeah, in the last year. Since the ownership of the Demons Ronin changed. Now, granted, you're all aware there were problems here before that as well. And some of us believe it is not outside of your nature to stop conflicts when they happen.
Okay, first of all, fuck you.
First,
what I
fuck you. Two,
what I mean to say is, it's not our fault when we have to put a stop to rowdy drunk people. They're the ones who start it all the time. I just have to clean up the mess, you know?
You know, I poked my head out. Is this the same guardian that was, giving me trouble?
No,
Different.
No, it's a different one. This one's sort of higher ranked. So I'm trying to remember which guardian gave you trouble. Was this?
I thought you said it was one of the. I thought you said one of the Quasitors.
No. They came in at the same time. They split. They went together. They just happened to kind of come in. Yeah, the Quasitors were gone.
Yeah, I poke my head out and just leave the door cracked. Just to see if it gets if it escalates. Go back to my book.
Okay. Angel's Rest Tavern across the streets also has rowdy people. We don't nearly as many complaints of fights going on. What I think, and then she sort of leans forward a little bit on the bar. Is what I think. Is I think you are not the sort of people who should be running an establishment where people are getting drunk, who are getting angry. Who knows what being around you does to people's emotions?
Oh, fuck. Her eye is twitching because she hates authority so much.
Yeah, her she's got a 10 and then a D8 effect that.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, she's like, internally, she's like, okay, I cannot punch this person. I cannot punch this person. I cannot punch this person.
Yes, you can. Do it. Just do
it. Most parents are like, no, honey, you need to like be able to control yourself, be more in charge. It's like, no, you need to fight. Beat some ass.
I think she smiles, like she jigs her smile and then says, well, until you make a law from stopping us from running an inn, I'm afraid you're gonna have to put up with us for just a little bit longer.
Yes, on this one, she's sort of come out. Are you? That's not giving in. If you want to make a roll to essentially.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not giving it at all. She's just trying to start off restrained, and if it fails, then I have something for this.
It's called punch the face.
God, what is this? Is this just authority again? Yeah, this is like, you don't have any fucking authority here. Get the fuck out. So D8. What ability is she using right now?
Oh shoot! I forgot to roll your you still have your anger or your stress.
Would my injured come into play here?
It does look like you've just been in a fight.
Yeah, I can also definitely see like you have what, D8 injured?
Yeah.
Okay, that won't make a difference, but yeah, I can roll that.
I guess this is fucking daring. This is daring. Just standing up to the fucking police.
Especially with that, you can't do anything about it.
You can't do shit. Okay, relationships. Can I bring the Proprietor into this? Because, like...
I mean, he's the one who's in charge of it, and
yeah,
you're both demons.
Yeah, you're gonna have to... Yeah, you have to put up with both of us. Cool, D4. I really need to improve my relationships.
You're essentially watching. Nystaya just essentially suggested that they should make a law not allowing demons to own bars if she wants to do something about it, because the Guardian is basically just told that I don't think people like you are able to run places where emotions might run high. Who even knows what your presence does to people?
Can I use this location again?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you would. This case, you only roll one die, and he's essentially exhausted for it. You would probably know the laws and rules and such, particularly being a demon. That's just the kind of thing you learn.
But is that good? Did I win?
So you add a 3 dice, you've got what, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15?
Yes.
Yeah, so what that would let you do is, this gives you you can put a D6 stress on her, because at that point you have succeeded by more than 5. Or it would raise up the stress. And she can, at that point, she actually has a chance to respond on that order.
Angry, I guess? Stress?
Okay. Well, first let's see. She'll have an opportunity to respond on that one, because it'll raise up your stress die. She's a little more important. So you got your 8, your 12, and then you've used up the thing, which makes that 15. And that gives you a D4 left over for effect. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, the problem, without spending a die, she would not be able to. Well, actually, let's actually do that, because get a little bit more stress. So basically, it's going to spend one of those D6s. It is now gone. That will actually turn the effect, since that's 6, 12, 13, 18. That'll actually change the other D6 she has into a D8 for the stress die. Because there's a possibility you might, because Guardian recommendations as to who's causing problems in the city can make quite a bit of a difference when it comes to law. And I happen to know some people who are a bit higher up.
I imagine there's like a balcony,
Mm-hmm.
and like the people from upstairs are just like looking down, like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So hold on, what did she get just then? That's
So I used up one of the D6s, so that's now gone into the dual pool, to give a 18.
fuck. Okay, so what's my mechanical? I can respond. Can't I?
Actually, that's not more than 5. Yeah, so in this case, it's that sort of tug of war back and forth until one person cannot beat the other person's.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna look up and then look at the Guardian, and then like you just see like the hamster wheel running in her head, like, how do I handle this? How do I handle this? And she's like, every other situation that someone's tried to fuck with her, she's basically just kicked them out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, okay, and then just fucking kicks her out of the door.
Are you like literally kicks?
Yeah. She literally just there's like a silence, and like she blinks a couple times, and then it's just like, okay, and then just kicks them so hard that they just fly all the way from the bar outside of like through the door.
Can Samrio like interject in this? Like, I think
Like,
Samrio sees it coming. Like, oh shit, here she goes again.
Yes,
And like gets behind the Guardian, and like maybe she kicks us both out. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, so what you can do is basically spend a plot point to try to get into the contest, hoping to to interfere, essentially to assist one, or if you can beat them both, you can sort of win.
This isn't a roll. This is me spending a plot point of my super strength to throw.
It's a little punk. Just literally pot somebody out of the scene.
I would love to see Samrio try to get behind and also.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to like try to like, even though Samrio is just in no position whatsoever to try to stop this from happening. Like, stands behind the Guardian. Like,
yeah. So if you want to try to interfere, I would say if you beat what the Guardian had, you might be able to get her out of the way before she gets like chest hunted into the Angel Rest Tavern across the street.
I'll do that. Yeah, I gotta split a pop point to even roll. Okay.
That's 18 total.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do loyalty, because it's doing the same job every day to provide. Like, this is something I've seen before. This is Nystaya.
Probably not someone that's so important as a Guardian.
Yeah. Not yeah, it's usually just noobs. And then I got a D8 for Nystaya. Young and naive and living dangerously. It's perfect. Distinctions, abilities. Demon's Ruin End's already been used twice.
You are not born yesterday.
Yeah, and I wasn't born yesterday, so
maybe you could see this coming.
Yeah, definitely. That's coming. Like, this is freaking Nystaya.
I gotta wonder, like, Nystaya, is that like a name for like when you boot somebody like so far out that they end up? Like, I'm also now picturing like directly across from the door, there's just a padded wall.
Well, if it's the Angel's Rest, maybe it's she make sure they're rested.
Or kick someone directly onto a bar stool and then one across the thing.
There's probably like someone just like wild drunk or like as a joke at some point probably like drew like a really large bullseye out like around the front door.
Yes. You said around the front door of yours or
of ours? Yeah. So like I could like. I've never missed punching them directly through the front door, but like, yeah, like that's the target that Nystaya always like.
So what is that, like a 15?
Yeah, their total was an 18.
Right. So I only count 2 of them, right? 2 of my dice. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean you could count more if you're spending like a plot point to add an extra, and even that won't let you kind of interfere.
Okay, so.
Yeah, you try to get in the way. It looks like you're not going to be able to grab her out of the way before you punch her across the street.
Yeah.
Yep. So your plot point.
Can I be punted with her? Can I like grab her, try to pull her out of the way, but like I just fly out the door with her, holding on to her?
Yep.
Nystaya totally goes to say something in response and then sees like Samrio go with, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, oh shit! Well, I hear the familiar oomph of someone being booted, and I actually do come out at that point. I'm like, and ask like a patron. I'm like, was that just the Guardian?
You saw Samrio's legs go out the door.
and then like a hush falls over. You didn't even like the bigger. It's like you just punted the Guardian out, and then everything gets super quiet.
Yeah, she just stands there like and slowly like realizes she really, really probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you kind of hear like the cheek with the slapping and stuff. You look over and people are like slapping money on tables and then getting the hell out.
I come over to the bar. I'm like, did you really just do that? As I'm watching the bar clear out.
I'm going on my break.
Yeah, Proprietor, I imagine you're kind of walking back just to see just to see like one of the Guardians, you can tell their cloak, as it's just hurtling through the door, and then boom, across the way, and then shortly after, as people start to just pour out of the demons going in.
Not only that, you see Samrio rolling in the street.
I'm gonna walk on over to Samrio and look down at him, and I'd be like, "Who's currently tending the bar?"
No, I think you should see for yourself.
I'm going to pick Samrio up and throw him over my shoulder, and I'm so walking in.
Boss, that's not necessary.
I feel it.
We have talked about this.
I'm gonna walk in. I'm sort of like open the door and poke my head in, and then sort of look around to see who's still there. Are you still there?
She sees like the door open and just like before you can like even I guess you have to duck to go through the door, right? Or have you made the door your sized?
No, I have to start to go through it. So I'm like, so you see the horns first.
Yeah, she sees like your form and she's like, oh shit, and so she literally just ducks under the bar.
And Rath is just sitting, standing at the bar and looks up.
Rath? Have you seen my other bartender?
I like lean up over the shoulder and I'm like,
I'm like, I believe she's on break.
She just told.
I'll put Samrio down, and I'll dust him off, and I'll be like, I'll go speak to the Guardian. And then I'll sort of leave them to it, and I'll
Mike,
go to the
are you sure that's wise?
I'll sort of stop, and I'll look in and go, to be honest, at this point, it doesn't really matter what I do. I might as well have some fun with it. I'm gonna go over to the side. Try and find the Guardian, who's probably lying on the floor somewhere.
She's picked herself up and then it's like starting to limp down the street, like in the direction of the Guardian headquarters.
Yeah, I'll make my way towards. I'll walk up to them. If am I still in the scene, or do you want to cut someone else?
Were you asking anybody else going with you?
No. I mean, I said, do you want to do someone else, or do you want me to continue? Because I continue me. Scene.
Yeah, we'll say this as you sort of head out. There's this kind of country-looking, really sort of dressed a little bit strangely. This guy that sort of walks into the bar, like as you're about to go out, looks and goes, "Whoa, hi, I'm looking for Samrio."
Yeah, welcome to Demon's Ruin Inn. Just step up to the bar and don't mind the spilled drink on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, kind of looks down and he sees someone looking around and he goes, "You're open, right?"
We're always open.
Hi, I'm Arceslius. I had a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah. Shit.
I will say this. At the very least, Rath and probably, and definitely the Proprietor will kind of know this. You kind of tell by, like, there's some tattoos and such he's got down on his arm that are fairly rare. This looks like he is a member of a group from across the Sea of Daggers called the Hollowed. You don't see them. You see them occasional individuals we've seen sort of here and there, but essentially the Hollowed have kind of an equivalent of a rum spring. The Hollowed themselves aren't actually considered people until they have been sort of bound up with another spirit.
Oh, okay.
So when they reach coming of age, they're bound up with the spirit, at which case they'll like switch families, because like children are essentially raised by the whole because they don't kind of know who they are yet. So but they do have essentially a rum spring and the ability to sort of find themselves once they have been bound to something. So they have this symbiotic relationship with the spirit that then becomes a part of them. They are You very occasionally see some get on adventuring stuff, but it's fairly rare. They tend to stay on the other side to see the daggers. Though they may visit over here for their time of journey, which is roughly about a year usually.
Wow. Cool. Well,
So-
I have no plans to worry about that. I'm gonna bot us in.
So what's this guy's name again?
Arceslius?
Can I call you Arc?
Sure.
Yeah, come have a sit at the bar, and I motion over to Rath to come over to the bar.
Yeah, I'll come down the bar a little bit. I was hiding, or near Nystaya, where she, where you could probably see her tail underneath the bar. Huh. Don't often see a hollowed here in Waterdeep.
He has that moment, just a little.
Your tattoos.
Oh, but very rarely run into anybody who. How much do you know about us?
Hey, Rath, can just for 1 second look. Arc is here on the down low, we should say. So, mentioning anything about whatever a hollowed is probably isn't a good idea. But look, I need your help on
He says there's literally nobody in the bar.
I'm like, I thought it was safe.
No, I'm working for who now. So,
Oh dear.
All discretion, should be upheld. But look, Arc's gonna be staying at my house for at least a week. If Kendi asks you who this is, tell her it's like a long lost cousin of mine.
And I look over at a hollowed Mr. Arceslius. So you're coming to stay with my sister and her family. Samrio being my brother-in-law.
Oh.
You wouldn't intend anyone harm, would you? After all, you are being hosted by
Samrio. I've
yes, but on the direction of someone who's not known for being gentle or nice.
My thing is I am just supposed to essentially listen. So you know. I mean, how much do you know about what we are?
I know this is part of your journey to find yourself and bond with the spirit.
So you might be aware that there are people who the things that make us what we are kind of rare magics that are not found much on this side of the world, and there are people who are trying to find me that I ran afoul of, and when I escaped here, she's a spirit. She understands what it's like to be sort of thrown out from where she's from, and she's doing me a favor because of that. So they are getting some ways to return home, but all I'm supposed to do is sort of lay low. I wouldn't mind getting to sit a little bit. I mean, if I can, but all I need to do is be out of the way for a little bit. I'm not here to harm anybody.
I look back at Samrio and just give him a nod.
All right.
I'll keep quiet.
Thank you. But I know how Kendi is. Don't let her talk you into spilling your guts, all right? You know how persuasive she could be.
I promise not to let her interrogate me successfully.
She's just
If you make sure your son doesn't show him the town.
Yeah. I think Ronan has pretty much become a homebody recently.
Yeah. Ronan has been on the straight and narrow because he got terrified.
All right, Ark. I gotta finish my shift, but feel free to hang out here. Stay away from the one with the tail. and
One with a tail.
yeah, there's one with a tail. You'll recognize.
Are you still hidden behind the bar?
She's like, yeah, she's like, are anyone else behind the bar specifically?
Just Samrio.
Okay, yeah, like there's like a cupboard area-ish, like where there's loads of drinks and stuff. She's sort of like squeezed herself, like using like her shadowy stuff. She's able to like sort of just squeeze herself just a little bit more than other people could, and she's just hiding behind it. Like if you bent down to get a drink, you would see her.
Someone has a demon under the bar. That's interesting.
Yeah, so like I'm just like, yeah, just hang out here. Don't piss off the one with the tail or the other big one you saw when you walked in, and yeah, we'll go home later on. And I kind of lean over to get a glass from beneath the counter, and I just look at Nystaya and I'm like, like, what have you done?
All right, out in the street. Proprietor.
All right, so I go on all fours to catch up with the guardian.
It's like some elbowing across the way.
Elbowing across the way, jump over a few carts. Then as I get there, I straighten up and I sort of go.
Yeah. She kind of takes for a moment. Then just.
How are you doing this fine evening?
I just got punted out of your bar.
Oh, what happened?
I just got punted out of your bar. That's what happened.
That is so horrible. What happened before that? Did one of my punters decide to punch you by namesake? Or perhaps were you in the mood to go flying for the day?
She turns, spins, goes, this is the problem with you. We have had complaints stirred and fights stirred and all these other problems, and you, when someone is punted across the street, a guardian of the city, this is how you treat it.
I'm going to lean closer, and I'm going to look him in the face, and I go, the last I saw of a guardian that dared to point the finger towards my face with your tone. I invited him over for a drink. They were actually quite nice after talking problems and everything gone through. So maybe you should try that too. Perhaps you should try talking your problems out. Maybe, let the anger out. Feel free, just go wild. I take a lot of punishment, it's fine.
I plan to talk about it. I plan to talk about it to the city council.
Another one? Do you know how many things I go through for this? It's going to be quite simple. You go to the city council. You ask to talk about this. The city council will say, well, we might as well put things through. I will go. I suppose I can come forward and speak to the city council again. We'll go through lists of paperwork, more paperwork, and then maybe within a year, you'll finally have your answer, which will once again be, it's fine. What happened was an accident. We'll all get over it. This happens every single month with me. Now, we can go through this if you want, if you wish to be bogged down with nothing but paperwork for all of your guardian days, or you could join me in this bar and we can talk our problems out and we can simply settle this today. The way you humans do, with courtesy. It's up to you which path you wish to take. I will not force this on you, but I will have you know, demons make the best lawyers.
It's just sort of look at you as courtesy. Does it hurt when you say that? Then spins and starts walking down the street.
Well, I tried. Should I do one more weird thing? I like to spend a plot point to have a D8 relationship with a feature for a scene. Can I have a D8 relationship with her boss?
Okay.
Okay, can you tell me what her boss's name is? Or can I make one up?
Make one up.
Okay. One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Guardian Valero that I'm looking forward to having tea with him tomorrow.
I'll tell him that quite a bit more.
Good.
Go
Head back.
Go ahead and make a note. You'll have that D8 when you have the scene with him.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming her boss is going to come over and talk to me, so I was like, let's do that instead.
Yep. And I think, Pat, you got about 15 minutes? Okay. Because time's a little more constrained. So while Ark is sort of sitting in the bar, you've been talking out there, basically a blast of light hits outside of the bar, and when it fades, there are you see three mages. One of them is Irius, sitting outside, and as Irius sort of comes in and just kind of gives a look at you, and just
were they all sitting at the bar?
Were they polite? We asked them to be polite.
They ordered me to come with them immediately. That's certainly not polite. The council has regular sessions.
Yes, Rath Donald, we do have regular sessions. We're calling you time it's not a regular session. Do you think that we just do that for no reason?
They explain nothing about their purpose.
They don't know all of their purpose. People are worried that Adon is no longer
I sip my wine.
People are worried that Adon is no longer able to hold his office. He has been obsessed with trying to find what's happened to you. Now, he not only trying to do that, the two of you have not been together for how long now?
And that's relevant how?
Because it's affecting him.
As you've mentioned.
And we have people who want to talk to you about it, because there's a possibility he may be suspended from his post.
And have they talked with him about it?
Yes, a few times. Not in front of the council. We were hoping to speak with you first.
And gain what from the discussion?
Rath, I don't want to see the people who they're looking at trying to replace Adon with in that position. I'm hoping we can get Adon a few more allies right now, because he seems obsessed. And he's been delving into some forbidden areas, which is not outside of his purview as the High Priest of Nystaya, but people are genuinely worried about him. Would you please, for Adon and for me, you gigantic pain in my ass, come to the council to try to help?
If I'm walking into ambush, you know I'll make you pay for it.
The only thing I can say about an ambush is Palace is definitely trying to knock him down. Most of the others...
Palace on the council?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the others could possibly go either way. We've all known and respected Adon, and we respected you too for a long time, even though you weren't one of us. Adon's alienated a lot of his friends. He's not handling all of this well.
Which is why I'd hoped to buy myself enough time to speak with him before letting Palace orchestrate something like this.
That might be a problem. He recently returned home, grabbed some things. A few of his more promising apprentices, and they have left the plains.
that is a problem.
Why is the bar empty?
I believe unknown.
Because
Like, I'll come with you, but you realize this will not turn out well.
the one thing I'm positive about is you're pretty good at battering your head through the stoutest of doors. That might come in handy.
I feel that's a really good time for me to walk past.
Proprietor?
Evening. Mages?
Sir?
Nod. And I'm like,
If I don't return, please make sure Adon deals with whoever he needs to deal with on council.
This is point Monica goes, if you're talking, the only kind of ambush you might be walking into is Pellis and his questions. He'll be back. He's being dramatic.
Like,
what's this
Pellis,
about Adon?
Pellis holds significant power. You know that, Arius. And he has friends that are
Sorry.
less savory, like Torian.
What's this about Adon?
They are challenging his ability to lead and preparing to suspend him from office. And somehow they think talking to me will help, but if Pellis is ordering it, it's meant to hinder.
Not my business. Not my business. Not my business. Pick up Byron. Not my business. Nope. Not my business.
But if it was, I got a thing to say.
Like, if you do see him, send him to find me. And I'll get up to go with Arius.
Then Ark just sort of looks and goes, you have a lot of stuff happening here.
I'll turn around and look over, and then I'll look
Pat, you're muted.
Yeah, I say like, actually, it's kind of slow for a Thursday evening.
All right, that kind of seems like since we are at the point where I know Pat has to go here relatively quickly, bit of a truncated session tonight, but that puts us in a position where I'll make a note here, we've got Rath going to the council, Ark is now with Samrio, Proprietor has tea with the Guardian tomorrow, and currently we have Nystaya cowering behind the counter.
Should I have told him I just saw Adon? Nah, I'm sure he's fine.
I
I'll
could,
be fine.
or we could let that go. Okay, so since it was a little bit shorter, I think we could probably do like Brickpool stuff, like at the end of the next session.
Okay.
Put those together and have more of an opportunity to put stress on a few more of you, because I think right now it's mostly Nystaya. This has got a bit of shit.
What's my stress right now? Did it change? So I started with D8 injured. Did anything change?
I guess you, because I don't remember how you roll against her 18, did you? You decided to do the thing to punk her out?
Yeah, I just got her out. Yeah.
So in that case, if you want to make a roll against the 18 that she has, to see if she didn't give you like a D6 of insecure stress, or if you just want to take the D6 insecure.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. I'll
Okay.
take the D6.
And I think because it was shorter, about an hour and a half or so, we can probably just consider next week and this week all a single session.
Cool.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
So cool. That was fun. I'm interested to see what's going to happen.
It'll
should
be
be entertaining.
fine.
All right.
Mostly.
Mostly, no one should die.
On purpose.
Cool. Y'all have a great week. Lex, I'll see you tomorrow for Wulin.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I haven't played Woolen in so long. Goodbye, Michael. I haven't spoken to you for ages. Say
It's
goodbye.
been a while.
Come back later, yeah?
That's because you've been avoiding us, Lloyd.
No, I haven't. I've been busy.
Your schedule's.
Oh, is that what you say?
Wow. Wow.
Actually, didn't Modifius get another license recently?
Don't talk to me about licenses today. Don't want to talk about licenses. Anything but licenses. I'll see you guys later.
Don't cry, Lloyd. It'll be okay.
I just want us to do normal things.
Why do I have to go back and forth between like license owners and stuff?
I don't know, I feel like it sometimes. I don't think I have a single product that we do ourselves at this point. So I'm gonna make our own thing just for once. Anyway, go, guys. I'll see you later.
Okay, later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.